I don't think that men should ever consider how happy they are. I think that for a man, the paradigm of analyzing yourself based on your mood is an incorrect way to approach life. I don't think it makes you competitive. I just don't think it makes you competitive. I feel like as a man, life is ultra competitive and you're constantly competing against other men, whether you realize it or not. The girl you want, other men want. If you get her, it's a competition. The dollar you want, other men want. If you get it, it's a competition. The status you want, other men want. If you get it, you won the competition. Man, life as a man is hyper competitive, and you need to build a mindset that allows you to compete at the highest echelons, at the highest levels. And in my experience, the people who compete at the highest levels are not people who have any concern or care for how they feel on the day. You are a man with duties. You're a man with responsibilities. You must perform. You have things you must do, and you must do them regardless of how you feel. Whether you feel happy or you feel sad, you must still train. So considering it's not going to affect your actions, why even take it into consideration at all? Why does it matter? I don't look at myself and go, how do I be happy? I look at myself and go, how do I succeed and do everything I want to do and become confident and be successful? That's what I'm worried about, achieving my goals daily. Happiness is a byproduct. It's a side piece. But if you're going to wake up and go, I want to be happy, well, yeah, to a degree, it's feminine. It's also very childish because only women and children are so obsessed with happiness. But it doesn't make you competitive, because if you're concerned with being happy, that means you're only going to perform when you feel like it. That means you can't outcompete the men who perform every day regardless. And that's why, as a man, you need to be building a mindset that makes you as competitive as possible. And I think that considering happiness as a concept, as an idea in and of itself is a bad idea. I think it's a mistake. So it doesn't even cross my mind if I'm happy. Doesn't even cross my mind. But men can make money, but money cannot make men. And this has been proven to me endless times. I've seen so many crypto guys who make a bunch of money, or daddy's boys who have a bunch of money, but there is nothing admirable about these people. As men, they're uninteresting and they're vaporous, and women can smell it, I can smell it, everything. Men can make money, money cannot make men. I really believe that money is nothing but an amplifier. It will amplify everything about you. If you're a person who is miserable and depressive all the time, when you're broke and you can't find a way to smile, if you get rich, guess what? You're going to be worse. It amplifies. You're going to be one of them rich people who's fucking doing a bunch of drugs and dumb. It amplifies. So if you're a dork and you get rich, you'll be a super dork, like Bill Gates.
SBF.
If you're a big G, yeah, exactly. If you're a big G and you get rich, you're going to be a mafia boss. It just amplifies who you truly are. So no, money is not everything. Being successful, I feel like it must be somebody who is winning a war. To be successful, you have to be successful against something. I believe, and my worldview is very much based on polarization. There's always a battle. You're fighting against something. Even if you're walking, you're fighting against gravity. It's always a fight. So if I were to sit and say who's successful, who's winning the biggest fights on earth right now, Elon's doing fantastically. Putin's doing a good job. There's a few people who are fighting against Putin, perhaps Putin or Elon. One of those two, I'd say. The best advice I feel like I, even now, still internalize. You can put a religious spin on it, so I will. There's different ways to analyze it. You can say God, you can say ancestors, you can say whatever. I feel like you should just always act like you're being watched by people you really respect and love. And it doesn't matter if it's in the gym, they're watching you to see how hard you train, or in that job interview, they're watching you to see how you perform, see how confident you can be, watch you put your suit on, make sure your tie's straight. I feel like you need to have a sense of duty to people who existed before you or who have given up their lives so you exist. And you need to try very hard to make sure your last name means something important. So the best advice I can give is just keep in mind there's a whole bunch of people who love you, who are looking out for you, who really care about you, and who have done a lot for you to exist as a person. And you owe them a lot of things, and you owe them your absolute best in all realms. You owe them to try your hardest and to not disappoint them. And you don't get the luxury of just existing and sitting around playing video games and being happy, being sad, eating food, whatever. All of that's by the by. You have a big debt to pay to your family, to your ancestors, to God, and you have to try very hard. And keep that in mind and let that motivate you to be your best self tonight. I think that's the best advice to give the teenage boy.